trading P&L दिया है, opening stock is given to you, opening stock of raw material, purchase of raw material is given to you. Okay, so fine. Carriage inward is given to you, wages is given to you. Fine. So हमें तो पता है, we have to sync this with reference to cost sheet. For cost sheet, opening stock of raw material, I hope you remember the formula. Opening stock, add purchases, add carriage inward on raw material, less sale of raw material, less sale of scrap of raw material, less closing stock of raw material. All those adjustments. Okay. So ये हमें ध्यान में इसलिए रखना है because हम reconcile करने वाले हैं cost sheet से. तो cost sheet में तो वो हो जाएगा because cost sheet में तो we consider the formula. But in P&L, we don't consider the formula. We consider, we make it in this manner. We debit opening stock of raw material, we debit purchases, we debit carriage inward, we credit closing stock of raw material. Okay, but while reconciling, I will use the formula of raw material consumed to reconcile. So I'm just making a note over here. This will be added to my formula of RMC, that is raw material consumed, purchase of raw material ऐड होगा, कैरेज इनवर्ड भी ऑब्वियसली ऐड होगा, क्लोजिंग स्टॉक ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल लेस होगा रॉ मटेरियल कंज्यूम के फॉर्मूले से. डोंट फॉरगेट दैट, वरना ये रिकंसाइल नहीं होगा. ओके, दिस इज डन. या नेक्स्ट वेजेस इज गिवन, यस, दैट इज डायरेक्ट वेजेस. Factory expenses paid 50 to 400 and outstanding element is also given 2200. Okay, we will see when I reconcile. I'll tell you what to do with that. ठीक है, admin overheads is given, selling and distribution is given. ये सब cost sheet में भी होता है. Fine. Then I have highlighted it in yellow. Goodwill written off, interest on loans, dividend and income tax. They all are what? They all are financial expenses, also known as non-cost items. So I have highlighted it क्योंकि cost sheet में मैं उसे नहीं लेने वाली हूँ. Right. Then sales, see on the credit side, sales 4,80,000, and I've highlighted the units. Why? Because I need it for cost sheet calculation. Cost sheet में I need units produced, units sold. तो units sold जो मेरे पास है, units produced नहीं है, तो मैं find कर सकती हूँ. I can use the formula of units produced and calculate that. Then closing stock of finished goods. Again, I've highlighted that 3,000 units because units will be required by me to calculate. Then interest on securities and profit on sale of assets. This is also a non-cost item under the heading financial income. Okay, right? और क्या दिया है? Net profit as per finance books दिया है 1,83,000. Okay. Now my question to you all is: are you gonna prepare a trading P&L account in this sum? In the solution, will you prepare trading and P&L account? Okay, Shreyas is saying no, obviously. You know, because it is already given in the question. Question में नहीं होता, तो I would have made it in the solution. So, Asmita, Swapnil, Samida, yeah, right answer. Next, obviously इसके नीचे कुछ info होगा, जिससे मैं cost sheet बनाऊंगी. Fine. So, yeah, guys, last 9 minutes. So, we'll start giving your attendance in the chat box. And pay attention. Also, simultaneously pay attention. ठीक है, क्या बोला है? The costing records, that is cost sheet, showed the following. First, raw material 10 rupees per unit, direct wages 6 rupees per unit, factory overheads 25% of prime cost, admin overheads 5 rupees, selling and distribution 7 rupees. ठीक है, ये लोग ने sales नहीं दिया, they have not given sales for cost sheet. So what have I taught you all? In case अगर any important relevant information to make cost sheet, जैसे sales is one of the relevant information, is not given, then what we have to do? We have to take figures from trading P&L account. So trading P&L account में तो sales है, yes है 4,80,000. So I will take this figure in cost sheet also 4,80,000. Similarly, cost sheet के लिए they have not said finished goods, closing stock of finished goods. It's okay. I have always told you all, in absence of information, we'll always assume closing stock of finished goods is valued by FIFO method. Okay. There's hardly going to be any changes with that. Okay. start with working note. Write down this working note. Units produced is not given, so we have to find that. Okay, so units sold is given 12,000. Closing stock is given 3,000. I have put an upward arrow. Upward arrow means minus will become plus and plus will become minus. So 12,000 plus 3,000 will be obviously 15,000. Okay, so likho 15,000. Yeah. Clear? So units produced and opening stock of finished goods less closing stock equal to units sold. Prepare your cost sheet. Cost sheet of Sheetal Industries for the year ended 31st March 2006. Units produced we just found. Big note number 1. Units sold 12,000. Again here, you did not calculate CPU for all the expenses because they haven't said that you have to make a cost sheet with total cost and CPU column. This is the last one. Prepare a detailed cost statement for the year ended 31st March 2006 and a statement of reconciliation. So here they have not mentioned a CPU column is mandatory. Okay. But if the same sum would have been asked in a cost sheet chapter, then the CPU column would have carried marks. Here it will not. So wherever necessary, calculate CPU, otherwise not. Start with direct cost. So direct cost DIY, direct in that raw material is given 10 rupees and 6 rupees. Right in the CPU column, 10 and 6. So 10 multiplied with 15,000 units produced. So 1,50,000 is my raw material consumed. Next, 6 into 15,000. So 90,000 is my direct wages. Add both. So it is 2,40,000. Next, factory overheads. Prime cost का 25% you have to take. How much is my prime cost? I just calculated 2,40,000. उसका 25%. 60,000. Take it with the previous total. That is prime cost 2,40,000. My answer is 3 lakhs. That's my gross factory cost. Add opening closing WIP not given. Put a dash. So my gross and my net factory cost is one and the same. Next, admin overheads 5 rupees. Per unit it is given. So write in the per unit column 5 rupees. 5 multiplied with 15,000 units produced. 5 multiplied with 15,000 units produced. So my answer is 75,000. Take it to the previous total. So my answer is 3,75,000. Okay. So that's my cost of production. I hope you're able to analyze. Wherever required, only I'm calculating the CPU or whichever is given. Otherwise, I'm not calculating. See, for factory overheads, I'm not calculating the CPU. For gross factory cost, net factory cost, I'm not calculating. Yeah. So cost of production 3,75,000. Divide this with 15,000 units produced so that I get the FIFO rate 25 rupees. Yeah. Show it. Yeah. FIFO. So 25 rupees is my FIFO rate. Opening stock is not given. Closing stock is also not given, but we know in absence of information, we have to calculate it. So 3,000 units unsold multiplied with 25. 75,000 is my closing stock. That's my cost of goods sold. Okay. Next, selling and distribution is given 7 rupees. Write it in the per unit column. Right? 7 multiplied with units sold. Now we are at selling and distribution. So units sold is 12,000. So the answer is 84,000. Okay. Add करो 3 lakhs plus 84 is 3 lakh 84. Sales नहीं दिया है, but I told you नहीं दिया है तो take it from trading P&L. So that is 4 lakh 80. So 4 lakh 80 minus 3 lakh 84 is 96,000. So that's my net profit as per cost of goods. Okay. So wherever required, only I'm calculating the CPU. Not required, I'm not calculating. So that leeway you can take. Okay. So next lecture we'll complete the working note and the reconciliation statement. Okay. So this is what I had done last lecture. This one, October 2008. The P&L account was already there in the question, so we will not prepare it in the solution. Cost sheet ka info was there. These 5 informations were related to cost sheet. So we made a cost sheet. We prepared units produced, units sold. Okay. Now coming on to the next part of the sum, and that is making a working note. So note down this, students. ये बना के रखो. Cost books and finance books. And as I said earlier, एक सम मैं आपको फाइनेंस बुक से के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से करके बताऊंगी. ओके, जस्ट लाइक दैट, just to show you all ki even if you start from finance books, answer will always be right. It is not that cost book se start karenge to it is perfect. It is nothing like that. I prefer starting from cost books only because of one peculiar reason, because in practical life, practically cost books is prepared first. That's the only reason I always start with cost books. That's it. Okay, so today's sum I'm going to start with finance books. Okay. So note it down, cost books, debit credit, finance books, debit credit. So finance books दिया हुआ है, yes, दिया हुआ है 1,83,000 net profit as per finance books. So my minus sign will start from here. Yeah, net profit as per finance books. So my minus sign here. Okay, plus and opposite sign in the other book. Okay. Okay. Now, If you remember, when I discussed yesterday this question, I told you it should be in sync with what? It should be in sync with cost sheet. बराबर? Yeah. तो cost sheet में तो we have raw material consumed दिया हुआ था 10 rupees, but finance books में नहीं है. तो क्या? Find करना पड़ेगा. So we have to reconcile that. So see how will I reconcile? Opening stock of raw material. This will come in RMC, raw material consumed formula. Yes. Purchase of raw material. This will come in raw material consumed formula. Definitely yes. Carriage inward will come in raw material consumed. Yes. Closing stock of raw material. Yes. Okay. So in trading account, they don't show you raw material consumed. Obviously, they separate it. Debit, opening stock, purchases and carriage inward on the debit side, and closing stock on the credit side, because that's how ledger formats are. That's how the entries are in the ledgers. Okay, but now when I'm going to reconcile, I need to separate raw material consumed. Okay, so just go through this working note. Yeah, तो ये मुझे एक अलग से कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा. तो लिखो, कॉस्ट बुक्स में रॉ मटेरियल कंज्यूम कितना था? 1,50,000 था, right? Yeah. See, this is my cost sheet. So see, raw material consumed is how much? As per my cost sheet, it is 1,50,000. So write here 1,50,000. इधर लिखो. Okay. Right. Next, finance books. Finance books के हिसाब से तो calculate करना पड़ेगा, right? Yeah. So let us calculate. Write down the formula. Okay. Opening stock of raw material, add purchase, add closing carriage inward. This is the abbreviation for carriage inward. Okay. C/I, yeah. Carriage inward and closing stock. So start. Let me check. Opening stock कितना है? 9,000. Purchase कितना है? 2,10,000. Carriage inward 5. So yeah. So write it here. 9,000, 2,10,000, and 5,000. Okay. And let's see how much is closing stock. Closing stock of raw material is 24. So write here 24. Okay. So this will give me what? Raw material consumed. Let us calculate. 9,000 plus 2,10,000, sorry, plus 5,000 minus 24,000. So the answer is 2 lakhs. So write it here, 2 lakhs. Okay. अब हम कंपेयर कर सकते हैं? Obviously yes. तो चलो, acknowledge in the chat box. बताओ मुझे किधर हुआ है over absorption? As per the method which I have taught you, we have to see where it is excess. तो कौन से books में it is excess? Cost books is 1,50,000. Finance books I got 2 lakhs. So in which books it is excess? Okay, Swapnil says FB में it is excess. Yes. Samidha, okay. Aditi, Kushi, Harshita, Asmita. Absolutely correct. Yeah. It is excess in finance books. ठीक है? वो भी हम क्या लेंगे? हम लोग difference लेंगे. ठीक है ना? Right? Yeah, Swapnil, it is excess by 50,000. Very good. Yeah. ठीक है? So मैं बता देती हूँ. ये देखो. Can connect? Yes. How much? Just see the difference. It is excess here. So can I write here excess? Yeah. Okay. So finance book में ना, तो record here. इधर record करो. So रॉ मटेरियल कंज्यूम 50,000, ठीक है, लिखो। तो जो एक्सेस है वही रिकॉर्ड करते हैं, दैट इज द रूल, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट, हमारा रॉ मटेरियल कंज्यूम हो गया रिकंसाइल करके, ठीक है, दिस पार्ट इज डन। नेक्स्ट, डायरेक्ट वेजेस, हियर इट इज 90 इन कॉस्ट बुक्स। चलो फाइनेंस बुक्स में देखते हैं कितना है। फाइनेंस बुक्स में डायरेक्ट वेजेस इज 75,400, ठीक है। टेक द डिफरेंस, 90,000 माइनस 75,400, so my answer is 14,600, ठीक है। तो where it is excess, obviously in cost sheet में ज्यादा रिकॉर्ड हुआ है, okay, तो it is excess in cost sheet 14,600, so डालो cost sheet में, around here, two direct wages 14,600, right here excess, ठीक है। और over चलेगा, generally write over, so I'll stick to that only. Next, तो ये भी हो गया, दिस इज ऑल्सो डन, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्या है, फैक्ट्री। फैक्ट्री कितना बोला है, 60। चलो अभी फाइनेंस बुक्स में देखो फैक्ट्री कितना है। फाइनेंस बुक्स में फैक्ट्री इज 54,000, okay, don't take 50 to 400, consider the outer value, outer column value, this one 54,600, okay, और वहाँ कितना था, 90,000, so 90 था या 60 था, just forgot, just a minute, 60,000, sorry, yeah, 60, so 60,000 minus 54,600, 5,400 excess, ठीक है। कहाँ, where is it excess, obviously in cost sheet it is excess, so record it here in cost sheet, okay, right now to factory overheads, how much, 5,400, right here 5,400, okay, cost books, debit side. Next, this is also done, भी हो गया। नेक्स्ट, ओपनिंग क्लोजिंग नहीं है, एडमिन 75,000, लेट्स सी एडमिन इज हाउ मच योर, एडमिन 50 to 500, okay, 75,000, obviously it is excess in cost sheet, and 50 to 500, take the difference, 75,000 minus 50 to 500, 22,500 excess in cost sheet, 20 to 500 excess in cost sheet, so here to admin overheads 20 to 500, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट, this is done, this is also done, admin is also done, yeah, opening stock नहीं है, closing stock है 75 as per my cost sheet, and let's see closing stock कितना है as per finance, closing stock as per finance is 66, okay, so 75,000 minus 66,000, so the answer is 9,000, कहाँ excess है, cost sheet में excess है, so record करेंगे, Down in cost sheet credit side, but yeah, closing stock है. Buy closing stock. 9,000 excess. Overvaluation. Yeah, okay. Fine. This is also done. Next. Next is selling and distribution. Cost sheet में कितना है? 84,000. Finance books में देखते हैं कितना है? 96,000. तो अभी finance books में ज़्यादा है. Okay. So 96 minus 84. 12,000 excess in finance books. So write down finance books around here. So selling and distribution overheads 12,000. Wow. Is the excess value. Yeah. Next. प्रॉफिट तो हम बाद में देखेंगे. सेल्स 4,80,000 और ट्रेडिंग में सेल्स कितना है? 4,80,000. ये तो रिकंसाइल नहीं होगा. 4,80,000 माइनस 4,80,000 इज 0. So there is no need for reconciliation of this particular item of cost sheet. Okay. तो अभी कॉस्ट शीट तो मेरा खत्म हो गया. अभी कॉस्ट शीट में कुछ बचा ही नहीं रिकंसाइल करने के लिए. बट फाइनेंस बुक्स में बचा है ना. या द वन व्हिच आई हैव हाइलाइटेड इन येलो व्हिच आर नॉन कॉस्ट आइटम्स. So if it is not in cost sheet, but I have to reconcile it in finance books. So let us write this: goodwill, interest on loan, dividend, and income tax. Okay. So लिखो. So goodwill, written off. These are the short forms. Goodwill written off. How much? 12,500. Interest on loan 1,500. 12,500 and interest on loan. Interest on loan 1,500. Next. Next. Dividend 2,500 and income tax 5,000. Dividend dividend 2,500 and income tax 5,000. Okay. Okay. तो ये सब क्या है? ये सब मेरे फाइनेंशियल एक्सपेंसेस है. Okay. They are my financial expenses. The credit side also some items were there that also we have to record. Credit side में क्या क्या है? Buy interest on securities 17,000 and profit on sale of asset 1,20,000. Interest on securities, 17,000. Interest on securities, 17,000. Profit on sale of asset, 1,20,000. Okay, so this is nothing but my financial income. Okay. That's it. This completes my working note. ठीक है, अभी जहाँ पे ऐड है वो ऐड करेंगे, प्लस साइन है वो ऐड करेंगे, जहाँ पे माइनस साइन है हम सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे. ठीक है. Is the working note clear to everyone? Acknowledge it in the chat box. Is the working note clear? Okay. Then I'll move on to the next part. Yes. Thanks, Sanya, Ria, Samidha. Okay, Aradhya. Yeah, Aradhya. Tanisha. Okay, fine. Thanks, Tanisha. Yeah, Aradhya, which part do you want to be explained? Selling and distribution. Okay, fine. ठीक है. Let me take you to selling and distribution. Selling and distribution is 84,000 as per cost sheet, that is cost books. And selling and distribution is how much? 96,000 as per finance books. ठीक है. तो ऑब्वियसली एक्सेस कहाँ है, ज्यादा किधर रिकॉर्ड किया है तुमने, ज्यादा तुमने फाइनेंस बुक्स में रिकॉर्ड किया है. दोनों का डिफरेंस कितना है? 96,000 minus 84, 12,000 एक्सेस किधर है? पीएनएल में. पीएनएल में लिखो ना, फाइनेंस बुक्स डेबिट साइड टू सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन 12,000. ओके, इज इट क्लियर नाउ? समझ में आया? Okay, now let us prepare our reconciliation statement. Okay, Shreyas, you want the screenshot of cost sheet? Okay, just a minute. Okay, now by the time others prepare the reconciliation statement here, reconciliation statement banao and start writing it. I mean, start solving it. Anyways, it is already solved. You just have to add in less the items. Okay, fine. Done, Shreyas? Okay, chalo. Cool. So, let us make a reconciliation statement. Okay. Let's start. Okay. Now start giving your attendance in the chat box. Now let us write reconciliation statement. Particulars. Amount. So today I've started with net profit as per finance books. So right over here, net profit as per finance books. So that's how much? 1,83,000. Okay. Add list the items. Add first. Oh my God, there are many items in that. Okay. First, pure raw material, excess raw material in finance books. So write down. So excess raw material recorded in finance books. And how much? 50,000. Second one. So over absorption of selling and distribution overheads. Over absorption of selling and distribution overheads in finance books. 12,000. Okay. Next, financial expenses. Financial expenses recorded in finance books only. Okay. We have a list. You can use the shortcut. We have a list. So see the list पे stick करो. Okay. List में what you have? Goodwill return of interest on loan. All this. Yeah. Right on. Goodwill return of interest on loan. Next, dividend. Next, income tax. $12,500, $1,500, $2,500, and $5,000. Right here. 12,500, 1,500, 2,500, and 5,000. Okay. Next. Anything add? Yeah. Closing stock of finished goods. Excess over valuation. 9,000. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and fourth one. overvaluation of closing stock of finished goods in cost goods 9,000. Next, less what is to be subtracted? Financial income. Okay, so right now, financial income recorded in finance books only. Okay. Okay. Next, interest on securities. Interest on securities and profit on sale of assets. So is 17,000 and 20,000. Of which, yeah, excess of this, yeah, over absorption of direct wages, factory and admin overheads. So right here. Second one, common लिख दो, over absorption of expenses in cost of goods. Okay, so which one we have? We have direct wages with us. We have factory overheads with us. Okay, so 14,600, 5,400, and 22,500. Look here. 14,600, 5,400, and 22,500. Okay. लास्ट मिल जाएगा अपने को. So add this 1,83,000 plus 50 plus 12 plus 12,500 plus 1,500 plus 2,500 plus 5,000 plus 9,000 minus 17,000 minus 1,20,000 minus 14,600 minus 5,400 minus 22,500. Okay, so answer is 3,36,000. That's my profit. Profit 96. What is the problem? Check just a minute. 1,83,000 plus 50 plus 12 plus 500 plus 1,500 plus 2,500 plus 5,000 plus 9,000 minus 17 minus 1,20,000